Hello everyone, welcome to the channel where today I'm going to be narrating a story, and or my drawings anyways. And this story will be about five friends who take a trip to a cheesecake factory. And just so you guys are aware, three of us are like basically sad, and I don't mean like sad emotion, but like depression sad, because that shit happens. So yeah, we're all taking a good old car ride. Keep in mind, this is like an hour long car ride, which is always fun. Um, so yeah, I'm pretend those squiggly lines are people, and the car has the good old nicotine in it. Cause why wouldn't you have a car that's infested with nicotine? Uh, so yeah, I know at one point we were talking about movies, which I'm going to talk about later. Uh, there's a lot that I don't remember about that conversation, but there's one thing that they were trying to remember. And yeah, so there's this one guy. Oh yeah, so yeah, at one point we were talking about movies, and the reason I mentioned that is because a few days ago we were trying to bring it up, but one of my friends who we're going to call Sheffrey brought up a very specific movie that none of us can remember, and I know his girlfriend, who was also on the trip, was also struggling just because we couldn't remember. We're gonna call the girlfriend Mackenzie. And you know what? I'm gonna make her a dolphin. I've been watching a lot of BoJack Horseman. That show where they have like horse people and dog people, but also people, which is I don't know. I got yeah, it's a thing. So yeah, she has human legs, but good old blowhole. Um, so yeah, Sheffrey, he brought up a movie, and it wasn't like a good movie or any. I think I saw it. Like my brain's on like 30%, so try to bear with me. So yeah, he really yeah. Oh, and the person driving, we're gonna call him we're gonna call him Handon, cause he's a hand, and he'll yell about like Minecraft and Among Us, and yeah, he also has a boyfriend. Yeah, we're keeping two L's, but Elliot with one T. Um, and you know what? This isn't gonna make sense anyway, so I'm gonna make him into a plant thing. Yeah, plant Elliot. Pretend those are leaves. Um, uh, so Handed was the one driving the car. Elliot with one T was, you know, passenger. So Sheffrey brought up a movie. He said it wasn't a good movie, but it was funny. And I remember him saying that, but I can't for the life of me remember what movie we were talking about. And like, I know I mentioned something about like, I think it was like a Christmas movie or something. Uh, but it was definitely not. I don't think it was a Christmas movie. I know I mentioned something along the lines of, "Oh, what if the Justice League was a Christmas movie, even though it was already crap?" So throwing a holiday into it just would not highlight any good features about it. And Mackenzie's there making dolphin noises, and Elliot also exists. Elliot with one T, and that took up a good portion of the drive. It really did, and I think it was like a 3-minute conversation. Um, oh yeah, Wonder Woman's coming out on Christmas. God, that's the dumbest thing that they ever did. Imagine. Oh yeah, so we have good old Handon. Um, Oh yeah, Handon and Elliot with one tier in a relationship. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but then we have Mackenzie, who is in a relationship. Yeah, and I know I mentioned that she was with Sheffrey. Um, so yeah, a few days ago they were trying to figure out what that movie was, but no one can remember it. They, I, they think it might be like an older movie or something. I don't know. Um, oh, I want to go on a quick tangent though about good old Sheffrey. Oh, for legal reasons, none of these people are real. Sheffrey, he likes basketball. Imagine Sheffrey. Oh yeah, he's a big Knicks fan. Knicks, X or CKS. K would just be the dumbest spelling ever. I hope that's not right. Oh yeah, but he likes basketball and like, oh, Stephen Curry is my favorite Knicks player. Yeah, basketball, ball basket, ball. And then we have good old Mackenzie, who is also along for that ride, and Mackenzie, and you know what? I'm gonna give her her hair. Dolphin with human legs and her hair. It's her hair. Okay. Then we have Elliot, who with one T, who looks like a oh god, what is this drawing? Plant man, Plant Elliot, and now he's gonna be a Christmas tree. Because Christmas. Oh yeah, and I have a small rant about him. So there's this one game we were playing, and like I'm not gonna go into details about it, but I was almost about to win with the other person who was gonna win, but then this bitch was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck him over," so now I just wanna chop him down. Fucking chop down the Christmas tree because he has it coming. Oh yeah, so we have you know good old Handon, who likes Minecraft and Among Us, and he built a tower out of water, or not a tower out of water, but it's covered in water. A water tower that has no discernible purpose. He's also basically a dictator. One of my friends was planting beetroot and he just stole it. Yeah, no one knows where it is, not even him. Um, good old, good old Handon. Um, and just imagine him scratching his eye with like his own finger head. Then we have Christmas tree out, Christmas Trelliot. And yeah. And then there's good old, what, we're gonna go with Mackenzie, whose face now looks like she could be a platypus. Platypus Mackenzie. But I'm keeping the blowhole, and I am also going to keep her hair. Perry the platypus wishes he had her hair and her blowhole. Also, have you ever looked up a platypus like in real life? They're it's an interesting animal, and like okay, one thing I one thing I don't know, like I don't know if you guys watch Phineas and Ferb, but that like noise, that's always been that was always interesting. So yeah, Agent P. More like Agent Z. Imagine a show about Agent Mackenzie. And also, like, imagine if, like, oh, so Handon has a really big thing for memes. And, like, I don't even know what this is about, but he just yells, "Oh, get it, cause it's a leaf. Get it, cause it's a leaf. Get it, cause it's a leaf. Get it, cause it's a leaf." And I'm definitely guilty of the good old spamming of that. I have no idea what the origin is, but it's a thing now, and all I can imagine. And, like, if you question it, he'll just, like, fucking cut you down, pretend he's holding the sword at the right place. Um, and just imagine him getting into a fight with Elliot, but, this time he Tree Elliot with one T has like a flamethrower. And yeah, that's I don't know where I'm going with that, but it's here now. Oh yeah, so we had the Cheesecake Factory, and so it was I don't think it's a bad restaurant, but okay, there were five of us. But fun fact, this is in New York, by the way, and they can only sit four to a table, which is definitely not something that any other restaurant I've been to has implemented because of the pandemic. There are only like four per table, and being the only person in that little group, I figured I would be the one third wheeling with someone. Um, Also, the place that I would have expected the front door to be isn't. It was on some like weird side place, which isn't bad, but it was just weird. So I end up sitting at one of the. So there was a table for two and a booth, which could actually sit up to four. So I end up sitting at the booth with Mackenzie and Sheffrey. Um, and our waitress was definitely better than the Handon's table. Um, so yeah. Oh yeah, so the Cheesecake Factory. So the menu was rather. Oh yeah, the menu was definitely like expensive. Like a smoothie was $10. Like imagine paying $10 for oranges that took a trip around a blender with ice. That's literally what you're getting. Oh yeah, so I got some like four cheese pasta. I also didn't know that they were an actual restaurant before going there. Mackenzie got lasagna. Sheffrey got something, and Hannon and Elliot with one T. They both got like dishes that were less than satisfying. Um, the cheesecake was really good though. I got the tiramisu cheesecake, and I never had tiramisu before either, and I liked it even though I don't usually like coffee flavored things. So yeah, so Handon's experience, at least with the actual dinner stuff, was less than adequate. I know Elliot with one T had a less than adequate had a pretty mediocre experience. So like at the end of the night I wanted yeah we were basically feeling good. Oh yeah, me, Mackenzie, and Elliot are the Elliot with one T are the sad people. But I feel like the rest of us were just like happily. It was like a happily mediocre experience.